Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be your full moon update. The full moon is happening on the 24th of February in the sign of Virgo at 5 degrees. So you will feel this full moon the most if you have planets or angles around 5 degrees of the mutable signs. And the mutable signs are Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius and Pisces. So full moons are a moment of culmination, a moment of completion. Think back what you've initiated 6 months ago when we had the new moon in Virgo, because that project of yours might come to fruition around the time of the full moon. The full moon is very, very nicely aspected by Jupiter, the planet of growth, luck, abundance, expansion, good fortune. So you might feel very content about this completion. You might feel very happy and joyful about what you've achieved. However, the full moon is opposed by Saturn, and it means that you might need to do a reality check around this time, which can manifest in a way that you feel very content and very happy and very optimistic about what you've achieved, but then someone comes out of nowhere and just asking you, well, that's all what you can do? Really? That's all? So you will be forced in a way to do a reality check around the time of the full moon. But I quickly wanted to talk about what this full moon can bring for each and every rising sign, and I will start with Aries rising. Aries rising. This full moon is happening in your 6th house, which means that you are completing a cycle when it comes to your habits, daily routines, physical health, work or pets. It feels like that this completion is very beneficial for you financially. So for example, you've incorporated much healthier habits that allows you to make more money or something like that. However, it might happen that you start doubting yourself, that old self-sabotaging habits come to light, but this is there only for you to acknowledge and to handle them. So this is what you can expect with the full moon. Taurus rising. This full moon is happening in your 5th house of your hobbies, of your creative endeavors, and if you have a business, if you are an entrepreneur, there's something around your business, or if you have children, that something around your children might come to a completion around the time of the full moon. And it feels like that you are very content and very happy, and this is something that brings a lot of joy into your life. However, please be aware that someone from your friend circle or someone from your community might be a bit upset that you don't have that much time to be with them, or you don't have that much time that you could spend with them because you were focusing much more on your hobbies and the things that bring joy into your life. So just be aware of it. But this is what you can expect with this full moon. Gemini rising. This full moon is happening in your 4th house of home and family. So it feels like that you are completing a cycle when it comes to your living situation, living space or family. It feels like that lately you had more time to be at home, to get some rest or to spend more time with your family, and you really enjoyed it. However, it might happen that this is interfering with your career or work. You might called back to go back to your workplace a bit more, or work on site a bit more. So this is what you can expect with this full moon. Cancer rising. This full moon is happening in your 3rd house. The 3rd house has to do with learning, communication, social media, your environment, your siblings. So it feels like that you are completing a project that has to do with communication or maybe with social media. Maybe you started something 6 months ago, and it feels like that one of your friends or a couple of friends have been very supportive with this project of yours. But now this is the time to show your work to a broader audience, maybe to put it out there in the world. So this is what you can expect with this full moon. Leo rising. This full moon is happening in your 2nd house of finances, income and resources. So whatever you've been working on in your career in the past 6 months, it really pays off now. It's payday for you. However, it might happen that you need this money, this extra money, to pay off some debt, or maybe you have purchased something big together with your partner, and now it's really time to pay back. And also you might need to invest in something. So this is what you can expect with this full moon. Virgo rising. This full moon is happening in your first house of self, identity, and physical body. In the past 6 months, you have had the chance to broaden your horizons, to learn new things, to meet new cultures, to incorporate new beliefs. And it feels like that these things are very, very aligned with you, you know, with your life path, with your identity. However, you might experience some resistance from your partner. You know, they just need a bit more time to fully accept the new person that you became in the past 6 months. So this is what you can expect with the full moon. Libra rising. This full moon is happening in your 12th house. So you are completing a cycle when it comes to your mental health and subconscious mind. In the past 6 months, you have really been working on to improve your mental health, to deal with the self-sabotaging habits that you have. And it really feels like that you see the transformation now, you know, that it really pays off, all the hard work that you've done. However, around the time of the full moon, you might be asked to bring this to a practical level. You know, how you are able to maintain this on a daily basis, what kind of habits you can incorporate to be able to maintain what you have achieved. So this is what you can expect with the full moon. Scorpio rising. This full moon is happening in your 11th house. So you are completing a chapter, you are completing a cycle when it comes to your friends, friend circles, communities, and long-term goals. It feels like that this chapter, this past 6 months, has been very beneficial for your one-on-one relationships or partnerships. So it might happen that a friend of yours has introduced you to someone that became your partner, or it might happen that your friends help you to find more clients. But it can happen around the time of the full moon that your focus will be shifted from your friends and friendships to your romantic life, or if you have children, that you want to spend more time with your children. So this is what you can expect with this full moon. Sagittarius rising. This full moon is happening in your 10th house. So you are completing a chapter when it comes to your career, public image, and reputation. So whatever you've been working on in the past 6 months, it feels like it's very beneficial for your daily routines, your physical health. Maybe you received a lot of support from your coworkers, so you will be able to do more in your work. However, around the time of the full moon, you might be called to deal with some responsibilities in your home or something around your family. So this is what you can expect with the full moon. Capricorn rising. This full moon is happening in your 9th house. So in the past 6 months, you were able to broaden your horizons through education, through traveling, to meeting new people from different cultures, to learning about new beliefs. And it feels like that you were able to transmute all of these experiences into a creative project, into a creative endeavor. And around the time of the full moon, you will be asked to communicate it to the world, to put it out there in the world, what you have learned in the past couple of months. So this is what you can expect with the full moon. Aquarius rising. This full moon is happening in your 8th house of shared finances. So it feels like that you are completing or you are finishing up a project that you have initiated together with your partner. Maybe you have purchased something big, something really pricey in the past couple of months. And around the time of the full moon, you will be asked to look at your finances and really get things into order to be able to pay for this big purchase that you had together with your partner. So this is what you can expect with the full moon. Pisces rising. This full moon is happening in your 7th house of committed relationships and partnerships. and you are finishing up something when it comes to your committed relationship or when it comes to your business partnerships, and it feels like that this completion is very beneficial when it comes to your communication style and mindset. So maybe you have learned over the past couple of months how to communicate more effectively in your partnerships, or how not to overthink things when it comes to your committed relationships. And around the full moon, you will be called to integrate this new knowledge, you know, to make it your identity, that you are able to communicate effectively and that you are able not to overthink things when it comes to your relationships. So this is what you can expect with the full moon.